What's going on, everybody? It's Big T with GreenWallSt.com, back with another video. Just want to start this on a bit of a positive note. Well, first a negative note and then a positive note. On the negative note, if we take a look at this graphic here, you'll see that this is the 14th worst 9-month period for stocks ever in the history of stocks, at least since 1971 when the Wilshire 5000 index was created. And this tracks most of the publicly traded companies that are in the stock market. And if you actually take a look at the left-hand side of the chart, we're not very many percentage points away from being in the top 7, top 6, top 5 worst 9-month periods ever. So yes, it has been a pretty tumultuous 9 months to start the year, but on a brighter note, if you take a look on the right-hand side of the chart, the forward-looking returns on the money that is being invested today looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. You know, you got a few negative 3-month returns, 6-month returns, but as you get out past 12 months, 36 months, 5 years, you know, definitely 10 years, the returns are pretty incredible. So, you know, I think it's tough. There's not a whole lot you can say about current portfolio performance, but I think one thing to understand is as markets come down in the short term, future expected returns go higher. And if you have a 1, 3, 5, 10-year time horizon, this has typically been a pretty good time to invest. So want to take a look at some trade opportunities that are still out there, because even though investments are down, there are still short-term trading opportunities out there in the market. And if you can take those and again start investing them now into longer term, safer assets, the outlook is bright. The outlook is very bright. So let's take a look. So we got two charts here. Chart on the left was VRAX. I didn't trade it as well as I possibly could have. Did make a couple $100 on that, but you know, was much more scalp-like and you know, not really trading the bigger picture idea like I should have been. But AMPX, the chart on the right, is the one that we are going to check out, because you could tell, like, even in a market as bad as the one we've saw or seen, you still got stocks that make these crazy intraday moves. The stock's up from 6 to 12 in, you know, a little over an hour or two. And whenever you have range and volatility like that, there's trading opportunities, whether you're long biased, short biased, whatever. But as a short biased trader, very similar to the last you know, kind of trade setup we looked at, I'm waiting for this stock to tell me that it's going down. I'm not trying to guess, you know, is it going to top out at 10, 11, 12, 15, 150? I don't fucking know. But I'm waiting for the stock to start that leg down and then betting on the continuation of it to continue lower. So AMPX runs from 6 to 12. I've got no clue if it's topped at 1250 yet, but I'm waiting, and I'm letting it fall. Now that we fell from 1250 to 1050, we've lost $2 a share. Now I'm assuming that we've put in a top, right? My experience tells me that, you know, I don't know for sure if that's the top, but it's good enough for me to put some risk on in the trade. So as the stock bounces, I want to short that bounce and bet on a continuation lower. So stock starts to bounce. I think my entries really weren't even great on this, so I start scaling in a little bit early. Typically on something like this, I'd wait for a bounce over 11 to get started. But I might have been a little anxious this day for whatever reason, and thinking the stock was not going to give me that kind of A+ spot to get short. But ends up bouncing to like 1120, and at this point I wish I had more shares to short up here, because this is kind of the best risk reward spot for the trade. But because I started in early, I have a little bit worse average than I maybe would have wanted. Either way though, the stock ends up working and, you know, getting short that bounce with the proper risk, and then letting it work, letting it lose VWAP, letting it flush out into some of that previous resistance turn support is, you know, just one of those daily, you know, type of trades I keep talking about. The daily just grind, right? This is not a trade. I think this was maybe a $600 trade. Is not something that's going to move the needle on your life, right? It's not going to have a crazy effect on your lifestyle or anything like that, but this is just something that gets you through these times. 2022 is a year of survival as a trader. Most people are drowning in the market, and if you can just grab a life raft and just stop digging yourself in a hole and instead slowly start to dig yourself out, and again be able to make money in the short term and take that money and invest it into safer assets, that will allow you to survive, and not only survive this period, but thrive during the next period, because you're going to have more money in your account, more capital at your disposal. But more importantly, you're going to have your mental capital. You're not going to lose your mind from how bad of a year this really is. I've been waiting for the moment that I cover this stock. I think as we kind of come into that $10 whole number, it was previous resistance, so I'm assuming it's going to turn into some level of support. I go ahead and cover the position. So yeah, it looks like I wait for that $10 number to flush. Anytime we flush under a whole number like that, I like to wait and see if we run some stops, and then if we quickly reclaim above it, I'll go ahead and book it, and just assume there's some support there. So I'm imagining I cover at any moment, because the video is only 38 seconds now. Okay, yeah. So as we start to reclaim again, didn't get the best price on the exit, or the best price on the entry. I think part of trading is not letting perfection be the enemy of the good, right? You don't have to be perfect as a trader. You can be good, right, and have decent entries, decent exits. You don't have to be perfect, though. You don't have to get the top of everything. You don't have to cover the bottom. You don't have to buy the bottom and sell the top. If you can just kind of get the meatier parts of these moves, you can do really well. So that was the trade on AMPX. Like I said at the start of the vid, I know it's not great. It's not a great time this year, but at the same time, it can be. It doesn't have to be as bad as the media or Twitter makes it seem. It can be financially a time of building. This is a time of planting the seeds. You reap what you sow, right? So these are the times to be sowing what you want to sow. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday afternoon, and I will catch you guys right back here next time. GreenWallSt.com. Link will be in the description below. Join up if you'd like to trade with me live every single day inside the Discord. And if not, and you just want to watch the videos, that's fine too. And yeah, y'all stay safe out there, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out, everybody.